Welcome to First Issue Fridays, the video series where I'm highlighting all the newest issue 1 comic books that are coming out for November 12th, 2025. I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. If you love daily comic book content, you like me helping you make decisions of what comic books to buy, you've been watching for a while and you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, guys, go ahead and do so now. Much appreciated. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to my good friend Brant Fowler, who also does a similar video called Friday First, which he gives his thoughts and opinions on those newest issue 1s as well. He is my co-host for Comic Book Weekly that we do every Tuesday night. So check that out, guys. It's a lot of fun. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get started and find out which cool number 1s are going to hit store shelves for 11/12/2025. As before we dive into it here, I just want to let you know that at times these comic books could be delayed. This is the release schedule upon this particular recording, so just giving you that note here. Okay, so altogether, not that many new number 1s for the release of November 12th. There's 14 in all, right? And the first one we're going to talk about is a Keen Spot comic book. So all the way down at the bottom here. And this is called Night of the Cadillacs. Origins, Blood World City. This is issue 1. It's a 32-page comic written by Jeff Marsick and Jake Hearns, and Kurt Manley does the particular artwork in this. And what it says is, this is the comic book that launched the X-Posse universe. In the spirit of the Lost Boys and Warriors, Night of the Cadillacs is a high-octane, genre-bending mix of horror, hard action, forbidden love, and street culture. Rival supernatural gangs come to Earth on an overnight raiding mission to retrieve life-restoring blood from humans while the gangs battle amongst themselves for pride captives. So, listen, if you want to try another Keen Spot book, this could be something for you. Pretty cool cover right there. Gotta love the grill. Here's your second cover. That's cover B. Here is the next cover, which looks really dark. And then here is the fourth cover right there. So if you want to try a different Keen Spot comic, this could be something for you. All right, let's check out Mad Cave's Liquidator. This is issue 1. So this is a book that takes place in 1891. When Aubrey Street arrives in 1891 looking for a feminist masterpiece that won't be published for almost 100 years, she worries that 1981 might be rejecting her. Aubrey is a liquidator. Her job is to fix glitches in time. She just wishes she could fix the glitches in her life. And another part of Gilded Age in New York, John Hawksmoor plans to kill a servant girl whose life has been turned upside down by the book she found in her employer's library. So that could be a little bit different, right? 32 pages for this one, $5, written by Peter Mulligan, and the art is done by Piotr Kowalski. Here is the main cover. There's only 2 to choose from when it comes to this comic book. All right, moving on here. This could be something that is interesting for people, okay? So this is Die, the role-playing game, Quick Start Edition. This is issue 1. So Die does return. I want to know in the comments below how many of you guys read this series. I don't know if I read it. Maybe I read the first issue. It wasn't for me. Not sure. But it says Die returns with Die. Loaded this month, the temptation to try the Origins award-winning Die RPG will be strong. We make it easy for you with this self-contained comic format Quick Start. It gives you all the rules and characters you need to play and includes a complete multi-session scenario to get you started. Just add dice, friends, and desire to be sucked into the game. That's pretty interesting. 56 pages, $7. Kieran Gillen, Stephanie Hands does the artwork here, and this is what you can expect. So that's different, man. All right. So moving on here, we do have The Lion King. So this is from Dynamite. This one is 32 pages, $5. And again, if you're a fan of Lion King, Simba, right, this is something that you could like. You know, I don't collect these Disney books, but again, I felt like we did talk about this in a previous week, so I feel like this book was absolutely delayed here. And I feel like Dynamite books tend to be delayed. All right, so here we have Images, Colossal Kaya, Issue 1. Nathan Fox, James Herron, Mike Huddleston, Declan Shalvey, Ryan Stegman, Wes Craig teams up with some of the greatest artists in modern comics for a jam-packed special wraparound cover by Wes Craig. Classic centerfold, a colossal 48 pages of story and extras. So that could be kind of cool. It's got some great creators in there. So yeah, let's check out the couple covers that it does have. There, of course, you got Youngblood cover right there. So there is that one. So American Caper could be a sleeper pick. This one is from Dark Horse. I know they released an ash can for this in the comic shops a little while ago. This one's written by Dan Hauser. Art is done by Dave LaPalme. And here's what it says it's about. Well, we're not going to go too far into it. It's a lot. It says a tale of two totally normal, completely damaged families in the world of corrupt business, inept local politicians, bungling criminals, unfortunate leisure, where we follow the fortunes of two neighbors on the point of collapse. So yeah, I mean, this could be something that could be interesting for a lot of people. I will definitely be checking this one out. It's got 5 different covers to choose from. That is your main cover. Remember, it's from Dark Horse. There's your second. There's your cover C. There's your cover D. And then there is your cover E there. So again, this book is 32 pages, $5 for that. And then we have a Predator comic book from Marvel. This one is called Predator Badlands. This is issue 1. So this is the official prequel done in collaboration with director Dan Trachtenberg to the new eagerly anticipated film Predator Badlands. So yeah, guys, if you want this to enhance your movie experience, check out this comic book written by Ethan Sachs. Elvin Ching is the artist here. 32 pages, $5. 3 covers to choose from when it comes to this. Here is your first cover. There's the second cover. And there is cover 3. I like that cover the best. That's pretty good right there. All right, so let's move along. It looks like we're into more X-Men stuff. We got X-Men Tales of the Age of Apocalypse. This is issue 1. So a lot of people love the Age of Apocalypse. This is a beast of a comic book. I probably won't pull this myself. Just a lot to read, and I wasn't always the biggest fan of Age of Apocalypse at that particular time. And I know this was back in 1995, and I think I was kind of on and off with comic books at that point in time because I just graduated high school, working full time, and so I always wasn't into everything. And I think Age of Apocalypse was a story that I dabbled in a little bit. But yeah, 104 pages, $10 for this. Let's check out the covers. There's 1 of 2 and 2 of 2. There's not too much when it comes to the covers in this one. I want to know in the comments below if you're picking that one up. And then we have Hellboy and the B.P.R.D, the Ghost Ships of Labrador. This is issue 1. So this is a 32-page comic for $5, written by Mike Mignola, Rob Williams. The art is done by Lawrence Campbell. A town overrun by ghosts would be enough of a problem, but Hellboy has an even bigger problem on his hands when a fellow B.P.R.D agent disappears amongst the paranormal chaos. So if you guys love Hellboy, I mean, this is going to be the book for you. 2 covers to choose from when it comes to that comic. So pretty cool right there. All right, then we have more Die, and this is titled Die Loaded. This is issue 1. So I think this is the official comic book series here, and Die returns for an epic new story. of the dark fantasy adventure game gone horrifically right or wonderfully wrong. A year after their return from their hellish game world, the players gather for Chuck's wake. They finished with the game. The game isn't finished with them. The 3-time Hugo Award nominated series is back in November, so get ready to roll initiative. Who's going to die this time? So again, written by Kieran Gillen. Stephanie Hands does the art for this one. And let's check out the covers, and then we're going to go into a preview. So here is your first cover. Really cool. Second preview. And I'm very curious if this could be a good jumping on point for myself here when it comes to this book, since I never read the first one. Or should I read the first one? Let me know in the comments below. So there's your covers. Let's check out the preview art. All right, here is a page. All right, we got 4 pages. So artwork looks pretty cool. There's 3. No, and 4. I would have loved to seen a little bit more action, but nevertheless, the artwork looks pretty decent. All right, so now we go into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Battle Nexus issue 1. Seems like there's a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. This is written by Tom Waltz and art is done by Iso Escorza. This is the raddest TMNT event of the decade. It kicks off right here. This blistering 5-part weekly series finds the Turtles fighting for their lives in a martial arts challenge unlike anything they've ever faced. Let's see if I can get more. Let's see. For the first time, IDW's Heroes in a Half Shell meets allies from other fan favorite TMNT universe as they fight for their lives. Come on, man. It's a copy. It's a copy off of DCKO. Will it be kind of cool? It might. I might want to check it out just to see. But it is kind of a copy, definitely, right? Who will win? Who will lose? I'm sure they'll have a bracket themselves as well. Are you guys going to check that out? All right, here we go. More Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Godzilla issue 1. So the Heroes in a Half Shell are taking on the King of Monsters. So, yeah, I mean, here we had Godzilla, we got Turtles, you combine them together. Could be a fun little book right there. 32 pages, $5, written by Tim Seeley. Ferio Penchi does the art in this book. 8 covers to choose from. Interesting cover. There's number 3. I like that cover a lot. They're in the turtle van, driving away from the ginormous foot from Godzilla. It just gives you the grand scope of how big Godzilla actually is. That's from like the Saturday morning cartoon. Blank. Cool. All right. Virgin. And that's that. All right. So let's see what we got. Then we have 1776 issue 1 from Marvel Comics. Revolutionary warriors assemble. Calamity strikes when a mysterious force dares to temper with the sacred threads of history. Captain America and his formidable squad of Marvel heroes leap into action. Their mission: to safeguard the founding of the United States of America. The fate of the nation hangs in the balance at the dawn of the revolution, as these valiant heroes must navigate the treacherous waters of the past to ensure a future that remains untarnished. I don't know. I'm not impressed. Only because, I'm not a big history guy. So this, does not excite me whatsoever. And I just want to know if you guys are excited about this. Are you going to buy this one? Or will you check it out? I mean, I don't know. I just might pass. It's just, I don't think it's my thing. And I can find something else more entertaining for me. However, I do like that cover with Spider-Man and Liberty Bell. That's pretty cool. Yeah. And that's that. So we'll see if I pick that one up. And then we have Batman Static Beyond issue 1. So this could be a fun book. We don't see Static all that often. And then I think we got Batman Beyond in here. So that is really cool. So you got Terry McGinnis teaming up with each other. Just what could you ask for, man? I think there's an audience for this, and I'm definitely excited for it. It's 32 pages, $5 for this one. Written by Evan Narcisse, or Narcisse, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Nicholas Draper Lively does the artwork on here. Here is the covers. There are 5 of them to choose from. Really cool cover, man. Nice cover. Good looking stuff right here. This could be a book not to sleep on, guys. Definitely go ahead and check out Batman Static Beyond issue 1. So any new issue 1s on this week's list that you guys thought were interesting? I think I'm going to check out that American Caper comic book. I saw the ash can for that, and I thought, yeah, that could be something different, right? And you never know. You could find yourself into that Rob Liefeld Youngblood comic book. Gotta relive those 90s, right? And as always, guys, I'm going to leave you more content right here for you to click on. And as always, support those local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting, but always read your comics so we can have a great comic conversation. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.